Welcome to the Misfit One Lifestyles with Elizabeth Colin. She will awaken and connect with your Misfit One. Are you tired of the ups and downs in your life? Are you ready to live a healthy lifestyle once and for all? We are talking about all aspects of your life. Being fit is not just physical, it's also your mind and soul. Learn how to take steps in your life to move towards your goals. Elizabeth's goal is for everyone listening to the sound of her voice to get fit. Let's get focused, let's get intentional, and let's transform. Now here's your host, Elizabeth Colin.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Misfit One Lifestyles with your girl, Elizabeth Colin, also known as Misfit One. Listen, today's guest, you see that? Guest, plural, are Mr. and Mrs. Super. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Hey, how you
We're
doing?
doing good. How are you?
I am well. Listen, for you guys who don't know Mr. and Mrs. Super, let me introduce you. Okay. First of all, it is GK Super. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. GK?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Let's talk about a little bit your passion, and then we're going to talk how your missus, right, just made that blossom so much more. Right, Sapphire? Like, am I saying it right?
Yes, Sapphire like the gym. Yeah.
Like the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is, you came along and just bam,
It just exploded, right?
just exploded. Because GK has always had a passion for music, always. So tell him about it. Talk to us. You being quiet and smiling, looking at his beautiful girls, but talk to me. How's everything going? How did it all begin?
Well, it was more of a dream, more of a fantasy at first. I did a lot of the groundwork, like putting things together, like the foundation of everything, and having a clear vision of what I was trying to do and get accomplished. And we were friends. Me and her grew up together. We were best friends when we were younger. And she's been watching me do music for a while. And she used to do my hair actually too. Like she was my friend. I'd be like, "You'll do my hair." She would do my hair. And I'd be singing songs and stuff. And she'd be like, "No, you're actually really good." And she saw how ambitious I was, and when she started becoming a part of what I was doing, everything did take off. It was a lot of little structuring things like that she has the ability to see the things that I'm missing, and it seems like she just perfectly compliments me. Whatever I'm missing, she shows up and is just a perfect puzzle fit.
I love that. You guys, I really do. These are my favorite couple, right? They just so cute. And what you don't know is they have a recording label, right? Super Recording Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Super Records.
Super Records Entertainment. And you know how you say how she comes along and complete your puzzle. I love that so much.
Absolutely.
You guys have to follow them on Instagram. They do the funniest stuff. I laugh, like make you laugh outside, out loud, right? It's true. So tell them, how can they follow you guys on Instagram?
Well, I am its_Sapphire, ITS_SAFFIRE on Instagram.
And I'm the real GK Super, TheRealGKSuper.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. You guys got to find it. Go ahead, Sapphire. What you was going to say?
Oh, we also have a TikTok that we have a joint account where we have a couple page. You can follow us on TikTok as well at @_the supers.
Right.
The supers. I love it. I love it. Now, you guys, you refer yourself as a artistic entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Well, for us, it's basically following your passion artistically and creatively and turning it into a business, turning it into your entrepreneurial lifestyle, pretty much. We kind of started from nothing. We started just kind of like with a dream in our head and just a vision. and we didn't know how we were going to execute it. We didn't know what we were doing. Just got the LLC, just figured it out, and just started going from there. So really, it's just being able to be creative and see the vision in your mind artistically, and because we're artists as well, and then make it a business, be an entrepreneur, figure out ways of creating money doing the things that you love to do.
Right, because you in particular is the jazz, the pizzazz, you like he said, you did the hair, you are the wardrobe person, you are the one that gives it
life, right?
Life, right? Like, you breathe that life into it.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about that.
Well, really, I feel like I'm just that feminine energy, that feminine touch that was necessary in combining and becoming a full project, becoming whole. It's like sometimes you need, an outside look at what you're doing. I feel like I'm just a part lug that adds that, the sprinkle on top or the whipped cream or the extra pizzazz. Because originally I was a dancer. I danced in high school and college, and I just love music myself. So. Right. When I used to do his hair, we would talk a lot. This is like, I'm 14 years old, 15 years old, braiding his hair. Like he'd be singing, rapping, freestyling. We just talk about music because that's something we're both passionate about. Facts. And then, I eventually ended up working in college or after college as an online personal stylist. So I was already doing wardrobes and styling. And then of course I would help style him in his video shoots. It just kind of connected because I would add those extra pieces that were necessary in creating projects and just, even I'm a writer, so writing lyrics and just, making cover arts and digital illustration. And then it just kind of like all came together because he's a genius himself. But, as a woman, sometimes we just add that extra, influence, that extra,
yes,
power behind it. And with his force and my power, it's just a done deal.
The supers. That's why it's called. You guys are the supers. Yes, and what I love about that is y'all love story is so cute to me because did y'all not hear what she said when he was 14? 14, she was braiding his hair and listening to his lyrics and all this. So can you tell us, I just love to hear your love story, how y'all actually connected, because y'all been together for a long time as friends.
Yes, yeah, we were friends 10 years, so maybe 11 or about 10 or 11 years, I want to say, give or take, but we've been together 7, so together 17, 18 years we've been knowing each other, friends for about 10, in a relationship for 7, just so it's a lot of growth, it's a lot of I think the foundation of us being friends is what allowed it to last so long, because there was no intimacy, there was no jealousy, there was no issues in the beginning. It was straight I really like you, I really mess with you, I really trust you, which is important in a relationship. I really like what you're about. I like what your lyrics, what you be saying in your words. You just have a different vibe to you. And he's like, I like your dedication. I like the way you dance. I like your organization, how clean you are. It was just things that we just could naturally see, your talents, because I would do his hair.
Her ambition. I see that once she wants something, she'll stop at nothing to get it. That's something that I don't see a lot in a lot of women, seeing how ambitious she is, and she actually has a good heart. She actually if she care about you, she really care about you. It's not something that's fabricated. There's no motives or ulterior underlying reasons why. If she cares about you, she care about you. And just like me, I give my shirt off somebody, my back for somebody, and she would too. And I like that. I like genuine people. So to have a friend I grew up with that I know you have integrity. I know even if you wasn't around, I know you're gonna do the right thing. Even if you have the choice to do something wrong, I see you do right. And I like that. I like someone that actually has something more than just beauty, because she's beautiful, but she has so much beauty inside of her. So, and I feel like a lot of people don't, get to see that from other people.
And to kind of fully answer your question too, so what really sparked it? Because like I said, we were just friends. So what sparked the actual relationship? Well, apart from just high school and college and stuff, because we were so close, but what really sparked it was we both came back from college. We were back at our hometown, back at our mom's place, and we really just connected on some spiritual stuff. So we actually like started reading books, and we fell in love because he taught me how to breathe properly. He was telling me how to breathe through my diaphragm. He was explaining to me like the science and the like the psychology of everything. And it just, I'm a sapiosexual, so I'm attracted to intellectual people. I'm attracted to intellect. So that's what really attracted me to him. We were reading a book, and he was just reading it to me out, and then I started reading it to him while he was at work. So like I'll be on the phone with him reading the book. So
I love
while he's
this.
at work, and it was just like we just started connecting deeper and deeper. It was like summertime, and then I don't know, we had our first kiss, and it was.
And that was all she wrote. I love that. You know what's so cute about that is that we as a society often go by looks. You know, I'm attracted to this person because of looks. I'm attracted, but you are like me. I am intellectual and funny. Like if you can make me laugh, then okay, you can have one eye. You funny, and now I'm a fight for you because y'all better not talk about my baby with his one eye. You know what I'm saying? It's so important to me, and I loved that with you guys. And when you guys talk about how you guys started with nothing, can you talk to the people about the pros and cons of being independent creatives? Because when you are creative and you go to someone else and they pretty much own your creativity, right? They can give you some things to help you. Like, I mean, you know, they got the surface, but they are actually holding your creativity. But you guys are independent.
Right.
Can you talk to us about the pros and cons of that?
Well, some of the pros of being an independent artist is that you do get to make the decisions about how your image is presented to the world. You can be very creative. And I think the power that we have now is to be able to project ourselves in a manner that is fitting to us instead of leaving it in the hands of someone else. That's a pro. You can choose your timing. You don't have to wait for no one to tell you, hey, you got a project or a product or an idea. You don't have to wait and just sit on it as soon as it's fresh. Because like how we creating now, what we're creating in the moment is what's hot now. And sometimes like the artists, they might have made something that's hot now, but they don't be able to release it until next year. I want to reach the fans at the state of mind that I can feel the energy of the world at that moment or what's going on. So it's like you become the trendsetter. It's easier to do that when you're actually the independent artist.
Great fact.
And even creating it, the creativity is always going to be there. You're always going to be able to show people like your vision, and it's going to be like direct to consumer. It's easier to get direct to the consumer when you're the independent artist. You can, you know, you're not constantly having to filter in front of everything, so it's more raw. You actually get to grow with the artist. You get to grow with the people that you're in love with, and you get to see more of their story. It's like one of the pros that may seem like a con is that it's so raw. You get to actually experience the person instead of the artist that you're just trying to cover up the beat. Like the filter is not there.
Yeah, and I would say like on top of that, you get to really see the creative or creation process. As an independent artist, you're not already made. You're not already a fixed box or a fixed product that this is, look at the glitz and the glam and put the makeup on and you got everything done for you. No, as an independent artist, you get to see the creation. You get to see the creative process of this artist starting from 200 followers and then becoming millions of followers. You get to see the artist starting in their basement and making music and dancing and jamming and doing all this stuff. And then you like their stuff, and then now they're in the studio, and now they're traveling and touring, and like you get to see the creative process of how big they became and how they started impacting the world.
Wow.
It's one person, and I think it's so much more beautiful that way, and that's a huge pro for me because then you get to really interact and connect with the people that started from day one.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so what's the cons?
Okay, well, there are some cons. Definitely is you don't actually have the support and the
Facts.
backing to
Yes.
to be able to, I guess, stay creative all the time, if that
Right.
makes sense. Because we've actually had to do the business side of a lot of stuff and the professionalism and the waiting and the like certain stuff has to be done like that we didn't know, like stuff has to be copywritten, stuff has to be, tracked, stuff has to be, organized, stuff has to be, your lyrics have to be written down so you can upload them and do this. And it's so much stuff there's an order of operation to things that you kind of bump your
Right.
head and not know how to do until you actually figure it out. So it's a learning curve. That's kind of a con, big learning curve. There's no financial backing,
Facts.
no machine behind you supporting you, and people doing stuff for you. Sometimes you need help, and sometimes I'm having to rap, sing, dance, dress myself, do my own makeup, do my own hair. So I have to do everything myself. Help him out, he's helping me. It's like you're doing everything, so sometimes it can be overwhelming. I would say that.
Right. And until the kindness is that until you make it big enough where people can see your vision, people don't usually want to be a part of it. Usually
Right.
you're the one with the vision, or it's two of us having the vision. Until we built it enough for people to actually say, oh, they're gonna make it. They can actually do this. Usually people are not just so willing to start investing or willing to just jump on the bandwagon. People already want the already made product. They want the cake out of the oven with the icing on it and it looks all beautiful. They don't want to. I need some eggs.
They don't want the ingredients. They don't
Right.
want to mix it. They
They
don't want to put
help
it.
you
Yeah.
get the ingredients either. Like bring the
Right.
flour to the house, bring the cup of milk, bring some sugar, like on your way. Like, no, you're supposed to have all the ingredients, you're supposed to already be mixing it yourself, you're supposed to already put it in the oven. They hardly even want to wait for it to cook in the oven.
Right. Microwave it, please.
So one of the cons is like usually if you sign with a label, everybody automatically believes he made it. But when you're actually doing it as an independent artist, people are still looking at you as like you're still a dreamer. You're still you think that you can do it by yourself when it took these other people everything and more to get it. But it depends on how hard you're willing to work, even when you don't have it all. Because there's days that we sit here like, wow, like what are we gonna do next? Like how are we gonna top what we did? We got so far. Can we maintain this? And we're constantly pushing, and it's the most beautiful, scariest thing,
chaotic thing ever
at the same time.
I'm glad you said that because that puts your song, "We Are the Gods," and I'm in charge. Like that totally. When you were saying the most beautiful, scariest thing, I actually felt that. Can you talk about your singles? One, "We Are the Gods," and "I'm in Charge." And where did the inspiration come from with those lyrics?
The "We Are the Gods," it was more looking at us and looking at the state that we're in now, but knowing that our history is reflecting that we were more than what we're being told right now. We are more than what we've been portrayed as now. Like I think about every time February comes and it's Black History Month, I'm always told about slavery. I'm always talked about being in bondage, but we don't talk about when we were kings and queens in Egypt. We don't talk about when we were gods and we were actually everywhere on every continent, and we were actually working as a people. We built the seven wonders of the world. We built pyramids. We have so many accomplishment. We've invented most of the things that we use today that everybody is enjoying. It's so much stuff. We paved the roads. We have so many contributions to the culture, to the world, to society, to the people's way of living, and we don't get told that. We're constantly put in a box where even our culture now is more shoot 'em up, gang this and all of this stuff. I want to give somebody something different. I want them to see the hero in themselves. And if they can see it in themselves, because I can see it in myself, maybe they'll start changing their mind. And our music is a reflection of your state of mind. And if all we're giving everybody is just negativity, or you gotta do this, like do something negative to sell, or I want to give something positive. I want somebody to see themselves in a better light than what we've been seeing ourselves.
And that's what I love about you guys. I love about you. Is I'm a lyric person. I listen to the words of a song. I don't care. My husband is a beat person. He's like, "Ah," and they'll be like, wait. They just cussed you out. Did you just hear that? Like and he's like, I didn't hear a word, because he listens to the beats.
Right.
So I love country music. I know that people think I'm crazy, but I love country music because of the stories that it tells.
Absolutely.
I want to hear people loving their cat, their dog, their truck, their bar, their beer. You know what I mean? It's a positive. We are individuals are a conduit of what we have. What we put in is what we put out. So if we constantly hearing negative, like you said, GK, negative, we gonna do negative. That's what we put in. What we put in is what we put out.
Right.
So I love the fact that you said, you want to put positivity out there.
Right.
And that's honestly one thing that I can relate to is I actually used to be like your husband because as a dancer, I just listen to the beat. If I like the beat and it's making my body move, then that's how I was originally. But then when I actually started doing his hair and he used to freestyle and we would talk and he would tell me about certain artists and I would go back and listen and I'm like listening to the words. He really helped develop my musicality by wanting to listen to the lyrics, listen to the music, not just the beat, Sapphire.
Right.
Don't just be wanting to get up and dance all the time. Engage your mind. Actually engage your mind a little bit. Listen to what's going on and what they're saying. What's the message and how is it moving you? Because a lot of the times, like, if it makes me want to dance, it's moving my body in a type of way. But how is it moving me? And is it moving my soul and my heart? And is it actually elevating my mind? So it actually took some time for me to actually mend the two and be like, wow, this is real music. Or that's why a lot of people be like, when are we going to get the 90s music again? Or, the 80s music? Like that was when good music was actually.
Right. And we don't know when that switch happened. I cannot tell you when it happened from men singing love songs to their women and talking about baby.
He still does it. He still does it.
Yes.
He got some love songs for me.
I'm so excited because we need it back. Just those things. It's like now if you do it, you weak, you a punk, you this, you like why can't I think a real man is the ones who have feelings and love and could cry and tell people, I miss that. We don't have that vulnerability anymore in the songs. The songs are all about grandeur of whatever that is. In any form you want, and I'm like you, Sapphire. I'll get up and dance until it's like I had two mama hoes. What did they say? Now I'll stop because now I'm paying attention. What did they just say? He got two.
Yeah.
Like
let me sit down.
Let me. I'll be like,
wait a minute.
We dancing too, like, and it's crazy because I have always heard the words and you guys are not only making a difference in the game by putting the negativity out and we are the gods and all this. How can we find all of your music? How can we stay in touch with you guys?
We're on all streaming platforms on GK Super, YouTube. Definitely, we are always posting on YouTube, especially our shorts. Mr. and Mrs. Super.
Yes. We also have a website, Super Records ENT. On superrecordsent.com. You can check out a lot of our catalog there, and you can also check out our merch. We have clothing as well. So we have hoodies, t-shirts, V-necks, joggers.
Our hoodies lit too.
Yeah, a whole.
I gotta get me some. I gotta get some. Yeah, because I know you guys got some cool merch. I seen it, your merchandise line, and I love how you guys are doing it all. You're not limiting yourself to just one aspect of it. You guys get it, and I appreciate that. Now, let me ask you this: what is your ultimate goal as an artist?
I want to be able to build a dynasty with this. I want to go off to be able to do movies. We want to build a bigger production studio where we can actually bring in kids that actually want to do this too. So instead of them having to go to wait to get signed, or we're gonna see and try to invest in them too.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be able to get kids that actually are dreamers, to even be able to record and teach them how to do some of the things we had to learn.
Right.
We want to become better teachers, because like now we're going to be taking the next mantle where the people under us are going to be looking up to us.
Right.
So we just want to be a representation of what's possible. Even if you didn't start from nothing, even if you didn't have everything, we want to be able to shine the light back onto the people that are going to be looking up to us, and just be a good example for the most part.
Yeah, and just help like pass the torch. We learned a lot during this journey. We learned a lot learning, bumping our heads, and we want to just help the kids under us that also have artistic talents learn and figure it out, because we know a lot about production. We know a lot about videography, photography, lighting, set, just writing. So there's a lot of stuff that we can help guide them as well. We already created a course as well, where we're teaching young artists how to actually make money with their music.
Facts.
There's so many different types of royalties. There's so many different types of things that a lot of people don't know about the music industry, publishing, masters, etc. That just to kind of help develop them and get their business side organized, because we all want to be creative. We all want to do the fun stuff, but we need to learn the business side too, to make sure we're making
paid.
Yes, to make sure you make money. Yes. Mm-hmm. And you deserve it. You deserve all the hard work and talent that you have. You need to be getting paid for your music. So we have a course. We want to be able to teach. We want to be able to give back. Another thing that I would love to do is really get into media, like he said, in movies, because like he said, you have to create your image. And as a community, we want to portray ourselves in the highest light that we can. So it's great to have control of your image and the narrative. So you have to have a certain level of media control. So if we had our own media production company, we can actually be putting up movies and skits and just stuff that Black people can really like relate to, and actually be inspired by,
Right.
I love it all. I love it all. I love it all. I love it all. Like, before we wrap it up though, you guys know y'all own Misfit One. And y'all are doing all these things. I want to know, how do you guys take care of yourselves?
We're constantly putting pressure on each other to be the best versions of each other. Like if I see her exercising, I'll be like, okay, she's not gonna just go crazy, and I ain't gonna go crazy, so I go lift weights. You know what I'm saying? If I see her getting all jazzy, I'm like, you know what? Let me step my game up. It's kind of like a check and balance, where it's like we admire each other for the things that we do. So anytime we see the other one growing, instead of us growing apart, we just try to grow with that person. So it constantly makes us elevate as the other one like elevates. Like I see she's getting on her stuff when it comes to her image more. Let me step my game up. If I see her in the studio writing more, I'm like, you know what? I need to write more too. Maybe she's just teaching me what I'm not noticing, and vice versa. So, and it's never competition. It's more like you're setting a great example for me, because we are teaching each other as we go through.
Right.
And when both of us are humble enough to know, like, we need the opposite sides of each other. Like, I know I need the feminine side of myself, and she's a reflection of my greatest feminine side, and I'm the greatest version of her masculine side. So we just balance each other out constantly.
Right. And like I said, we did fall in love through breathing. So a lot of the times, even when we're frustrated, we're getting irritated, the internet went out, or the laptop's not working, we constantly sit there and breathe. He just said, just take a breath, just breathe. And like even meditation, we make sure we take care of ourselves through meditation. Like I said, reading books, constantly learning and applying what we learn, and just really try to center ourselves and refocus. We definitely have like whiteboards. We write down notes and goals. Just trying to stay as organized and at peace within yourself as possible is one of the main things that you can do to really take care of yourself internally, because how you feel and what you think internally and who you are on the inside is going to reflect externally. So just continue to build internally, and your palace, your empire is going to build externally like that. So
And drop mic. Because that's my whole thing right there. Bam! Because that is how it is. I always say focus on the inside and the
mhm,
outside will take care of itself. It really will. It is just, it's crazy. People, say, well, you have a six pack. I'm like, yeah, but that I take care of my inside. It's a side effect, a
mhm.
good side effect, but it's still a side effect, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, I just love how you
And go ahead
guys,
with your suspect. I hear you. Okay.
yeah, girl, yeah. At 50, let me put in my age too. 50, I'm 50. I'll be
Ooh!
51 this year. 51 this year. This is
I was
crazy, man. So it's just one of the things that I look at the two of you, and you guys are so important to us right now. We need you guys more than ever. Ever.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Tell them again how they can stay connected, and so we can see what your upcoming projects and everything.
Okay, well, definitely at Instagram, it's _Sapphire, ITS _SAFFIRE.
The Real GK Super, TheReal GKSUPER, and also Mr. and Mrs. Super on YouTube
And
and
_the super on TikTok. And definitely check out our website, superrecordsent.com, for merch, courses, learning, more music, and everything updated by the supers.
I love it. This is super. This is super. You guys, thank you so much for taking time out to talk to us today. You have given us so much information, and we're just proud of you. We really are. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, until next week, live fit. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Misfit One Lifestyles. Listen, when you are fed up and sick and tired of living this stifled, overwhelmed, and overstressed life, and you're ready to live the fullest, richest, and healthiest life by gaining more confidence, more energy, and more clarity, living in your best self, you know what to do, right? Go ahead, go to my website, misfit1.com. Sign up for our online courses, Creating Healthy Habits, so that you too can live fit, focus, move with intention, and transform your life.